Pregame.tv, we're talking baseball. Bryan Leonard's going to be breaking down the Angels, Detroit. But before we do this, we're in the middle of a story here. Let me summarize with VR. Let me see if I got this straight. So you're playing blackjack. You call over, you hit the gym, you ate a chocolate bar, you're ready for a massage. You call over the masseuse. You're playing blackjack, but you're not supposed to be playing there because you've been 86th from blackjack.
Correct.
You see someone that you can see probably recognize you. You quickly rattle all the chips. You get out of there, but you still got the massage pending.
Pending the massage. The masseuse hasn't come by
What do
yet.
you do?
She's probably in the poker room. So I said, let me go to the craps table. This will be even better. I'll be standing. So I go to the craps table, and I tell the craps, the pit boss, can you call the masseuse? I had already called it blackjack. I left. So he goes, not a problem. So I'm staying there, and I said, let me play. I just had just $500. That's it, sitting there by accident, just waiting for the massage. I buy into the craps table.
Well, not really by accident.
Yeah, by playing efficiently.
By playing very well, but go ahead.
So there's this girl, this kid, this old man, and this girl at the other side of the table, me on this side of the table. And I had a purple chip. I buy in the 500. They break it down. I said, just give me it in green. This kid holds the dice, I kid you not. Between the kid, the girl, the old man, and then me, we held the dice for at least 45 minutes to almost an hour.
You win $3,000 playing craps.
I took a picture of my rack as it was growing. I colored up from green. It went to black. And I eventually, when I put them in, like they were purples. And then they gave me yellows to cash out.
People are hating you.
The massage.
Everyone listening to this video is hating you.
The massage girl comes over finally, and she goes, I'm not allowed to give a massage at the craps table. You're not allowed to be standing. I said, okay, then bring me a chair. She's like, you can't have a chair here. And I'm like, well, what do I do? And she goes, I could do it for you at the video poker machines if you want, if you don't want to go back to blackjack.
You have more yellows, and you have a lot of options.
And I said, and I swear, I said, this kid's on a heater. I said, you're going to have to wait. She's like, okay, I'll go eat, then I'll come back. I said, perfect. He's got to be done by then. She goes eats. She comes back, and we're still rolling. Like, I still have chips all out on the table. It was just when things are going good, man, things go good everywhere. They just can't beat you. I did get the massage, though. I did 30 minutes.
Excellent. You're going to the gym. You're looking good.
Tip?
Worth it.
What color tip?
Did I give her?
Yeah.
Let me guess. That's over, under. The tip.
Just count how much it costs. It's 20 minutes $20 per 10 minutes. I only got 30 minutes.
So how much did you pay her?
It cost $60.
I have my over under.
All right.
I'll say 25.
That's my number, 25.
I gave her a black chip.
Wow.
Because that's what I had.
But
I was so embarrassed. Not embarrassed.
Originally, what were you planning when you were at the original table?
I rolled 50.
Yeah, I would have gave her a green chip. That's when I was.
So your hot streak benefited her then.
Yeah, when I'm at the blackjack table and she does it like that, that's what I do. I give her 60 and then 20, 25.
I was downtown, got terrible food, got bad service, and I tipped like in pennies, and I gave like
There's nothing wrong with that.
9.5%. And so that's like, and people to this day are like, actually, to this day, people saying I tipped like 11%, which is completely wrong. Like I said, it was like 8.5%, 9%.
No, sometimes it's wine. There's nothing wrong with that. But she was also too, like she earned it. She was good. Like she liked what she was doing.
And the person said, well, he was there for an hour and a half. You know, she brought like 5 drinks to him. It's like, yeah, because I was waiting for my food for an hour and a half. Bryan, we're supposed to talk baseball. This one's easy. The Anaheim Angels, they're no good. They're overrated. Detroit's going to go to the Detroit's going to the Super Bowl. No, Detroit is going to the World Series. They're going to kill them, right?
I hate to ruin the entire vibe by talking baseball because it's so excited about all the money we've been making.
Make some money in bases.
And I just realized I'm sitting here wearing my Cleveland Indians shirt and I'm giving out the Detroit Tigers. That's sacrilegious.
No, it isn't. I have this Cleveland team tonight, and they're going to kill my streak. They're going to kill it.
You would have won how many in a row?
It would have been my ninth, max bet in a row.
8-1. Still pretty damn good.
Thank you.
Hanson's going for the Angels. I hate to spoil the fun, but we're going to talk baseball.
Do it.
Hanson's going for the Angels, and Alvarez going for Detroit. Tommy Hanson, he's really regressed big time the last 2 seasons. Last year in Atlanta, 4.48 ERA, 1.45 WHIP. This year in the American League, 5.10 ERA, 1.55 WHIP. There was talk in the offseason that he may have some injuries. He's been in and out of the lineup a little bit. Hasn't been fully healthy all year long. But you take a look. This year, opponents are batting .294 against him. He's not having any success at all. His regression for the last 2 years tells me that he's getting to that point anymore where you you really got to pick your spots to back Tommy Hanson. Hanson earlier this year, he did play the Tigers, and he shut them out through 6 innings. That's the good news. Bad news is he gave up a .294 batting average and 10 base runners during that time. So you see some regression coming because of that. And, Alvarez is a guy for the Tigers. He's not one of their big guys coming out of the minor leagues. He's more of an afterthought for him. But, he's pitched very well in his 2 starts this year, a 1.00 whip. Opponents are batting .200 against him. And I always like to play these young players coming into the league that people don't know about. And the Angels have not faced Alvarez. And he's gone up against 2 really good offenses, the Red Sox and the Indians in those 2 games. 2 pretty good hitting teams. He pitched very well against them. 3-1 strikeout to walk ratio in the minors. I like this kid. I think there's advantages playing on him right now.
VR, talk him out of it or agree?
I absolutely love this pick. Hey, look at Anaheim. Listen, this is a team that, number one, struggled all season, but more importantly, struggles mightily on the road. They don't even win 4 out of 10 games on the road. So they're not a good team that you want to back outside of their home ballpark. And then you look at Detroit, which is the opposite end of the spectrum. They win 67% of their home games. I mean, this team plays well in their own ballpark, and that's why I think they are, and kind of the division, but that's why they are the favorite to represent the AL in the World Series.
Well, even though they're going to get the playoffs, they're going to win.
Exactly, and even though you have Oakland, Texas, and Boston right now, currently all 3 have a better record than Detroit, but Detroit is actually the favorite as far as if, the price that the odds makers are giving, the bookmakers are giving.
We know they're in the Final Four. Done deal.
Exactly, and that's why. I think that Detroit probably is, in the American League, the best team in baseball. I really do. It's not just because they are great offensively. I mean, when you're second in run, first in batting average, second in OPS, you could hit the baseball.
But aren't they just beating up on the losers in the middle of the country that no one wants to live in?
Granted, but then you look at their pitching too, and this is a team that's 7th in ERA, 4th in WHIP, and their starters get the job done. This is a team that's 4th in quality starts, and their fielders don't make mistakes. They're a top 5 team in errors allowed defensively. So they do not make mistakes on the defensive side of the field. They are able to hit. They have pitching. They have a great coach. This is as solid of a team as you're going to get.
It's a good point with errors, right? Because it really doesn't matter whether you're playing a good team or a bad team. The number of errors is a great measure of how good your defense is.
I always look at that.
The Tigers this year defensively, at least in my understanding, they're playing far above their heads. You take a look at how these guys have played in the past. I mean, Johnny Peralta's having an all-star offensive season. He's never been a good defensive shortstop. What is amazing to me right now, Verlander could actually be the 3rd best starter on this team right now. He is not playing well at all. Fister's been good all year. Scherzer's been terrific. Not as good as an 11-0 whatever record.
But didn't break up.
But you take a look at this bullpen. I love this bullpen coming in the season the way it was based because you got a lot of big strikeout guys. I love strikeout guys in the back of the bullpen. But this year, not only striking people out, they're walking people. The back of the bullpen has been horrendous. They haven't had a closer all season long.
They're built for the playoffs.
And they're still got a great record. They're still a team that's going to go to the playoffs. And the Angels right now, I mean, they've shown some signs, but then they'll have some regression.
The only team I think that could give them a run for their money is Texas. I think if Texas gets hot,
Oakland's going to win the division, Brian.
That's the only thing. That's the problem. That could happen. If Oakland gets hot, if Texas gets hot at the end of the year, in the playoffs, they're just the kind of team that could go on a run.
Well, we got to make this official because Brian has to get to the Las Vegas 51s, our local team here. So let's go ahead and wrap this one up and get you on the road.
All right. Seems like we're going against the Angels a lot in these videos, but they paid off us most of the time this season. You're right. Alvarez going for Detroit, a young left-hander. Always like to play against teams when they're playing a young left-hander. Really don't get to see him before. First time through the major leagues, they do very well. It's something I always use, and he's pitched very well so far against Boston and Cleveland. 2 very good offenses. Underrated pitcher right now, and you pointed out 67% at home. That would make, in reality, a 2-1 favorite.
Exactly. Every day you should be laying 2-1.
Laying a lot less than that right now.
Sprinkle a little on the run line.
Yeah, it's only.
I'm not a sprinkle.
Little bit.
I like it for scores. You got to go for the score. Go for the score.
Alternate run line. Lay 2.5. No.
You guys are killing me.
No.
He's a grinder.
He's a grinder. He plays it.
I love
he plays it right.
I love it. Knish. He's Knish. He's Knish.
Exact. Knish. They reference, go see Rounders. Knish does. You do not ever risk your bankroll and get in trouble. So
he's Knish. I love it.
Thanks, Brian. We're going to send you off. And when you check back here, pregame.tv, we are going to be talking what's this? Boxing, WBA middleweight title. I sure hope VR brought his A game.
Yeah, I did.
I hope I'll ask the right questions. And stay tuned for that, pregame.tv.